Just wanted to do a quick video on what I don't want to call it a recent purchase. I've had this for probably about 8 months, 6 to 8 months. But this is the PSA AK-V. Um, I was lucky enough to pick this up. They were running a special where they had the AKV that came with a upgraded muzzle device. Came with some pretty nice furniture. I don't remember the brand name, so forgive me. Um, ALG trigger, mag pull grip, nice brace. I mean, and then on top of that, came with 10 magazines and a range bag. I mean, come on now. So I don't want to say I don't have many PCCs. I only have one other one, which is a CZ Scorpion, and that is what I will kind of use to compare this to. But so out the gate, I threw a Romeo 5 on there. I had a AR pistol, and I upgraded the red dot, and I just kind of had that Romeo 5 kind of laying around in my case. But when I finally received this, I took it to the range. As of right now, I think my round count is probably around like 4, maybe 450. So the first day I took it to the range with the CZ Scorpion, just to kind of do a comparison to see which one I like more. And I will say, so my CZ, I put some money into it. When I bought it, I'm gonna just be honest. The CZ Scorpion it's a goofy ass looking PCC. You're willing to put some money into it, you can upgrade it and make it look a little bit cooler, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted it to be a project. So out the gate with my CZ, I already had to change the grip. I had to upgrade the trigger because the trigger on it is super heavy. So I lightened the trigger. New muzzle device, new handguard, new grip. It didn't come with a brace. I had to buy a brace for it. So out the gate, already paying the money that a CZ costs, and then having to dump that extra amount of money into it just to get it to look and function the way I wanted it to function. Then I had to put a red dot on there. That's money. This basically is how this came from PSA minus that Romeo 5 that's sitting on there. And if we're talking deal for deal, if you're looking for a PCC, if they still have this deal available, and I don't know if it's something they roll around every few months, but I mean, if I would have bought this first, I probably wouldn't even thought about buying a CZ Scorpion. I'm gonna be honest. The fact that it came with of just all the extra shit it came with. 10 mags. I've never, of all the guns I've bought in the last few years, I have never bought one that came with freaking 10 magazines, and these are solid. Now, what I will say, this isn't a slight against PSA. The cool thing is that you can use these interchangeably with a CZ Scorpion if you have one. So these are the mags I have for my CZ. I have somewhere around 12 to 15 of these. This is a 40 round. I think I have like 2 or 3 40 rounds, and the rest are all 30 rounds. I have mainly the CZ brand magazines. These are the ETS group, and I bought these. I think I have maybe about 5 of these. I want to say I have 2 or 3 of the 40 round, and I think 2 or 3 of the 30 rounds, and the rest are the CZ brand mags. So the CZ brand mags and these ETS worked flawlessly with this. I mean, interchangeably. I mean, I throw them in a pile, grab one, load it, rack, ready to shoot, no issues. If I use these PSA mags with my CZ, they will fit in. But I ran into more issues using the PSA brand mags with my CZ than vice versa. So small issue, granted, but it was nice to just be able to just load up all of my CZ mags, load these guys up, go to the range and have fun. And I didn't have any issues, like I said, using using the CZ brand on this. When it came to the CZ Scorpion, not so much. It did not like these PSA mags, and it was the malfunctions were not that frequent that it caused an issue. On top of that, I was using remanufactured ammo, which I did have a couple malfunctions with this, but when I inspected the round, there was all kinds of random shit going on. I'm not going to throw the company under the bus, but that's kind of one of the downsides of buying remanufactured ammo, is that they're not all created equal. So I did have a few malfunctions with this. The reason I bought this, I don't really have a reason. I'm just an AK fanboy, and I went down that Rob Ski rabbit hole, and I saw that he had did a 5,000 round review of the AK-V. I think the last video tied a string to it and threw it into a freaking lake and left it there for 2.5 days. Came back, pulled it out, covered in all kinds of mud and grass and all kinds of shit, and it still fired. I do remember him having a malfunction, and he also said that that might have been an ammo related issue, and I trust his opinion on this more than I would trust myself. But the fact that he pulled it out, was able to fire this guy after it had been sitting in the water for 2.5 days, I mean, I was sold. So I randomly went on PSA and was like, let me see how much these things go for. And like I said, they had a deal where they his I believe was kitted out with wood furniture, but this one's a little bit different. Like I said, had the upgraded muzzle device, nice handguard, mag pull grip, brace, ALG trigger. I mean, Picatinny from back to front. Can't. And then, like I said, just the extras, 10 magazines and a bag, like a range bag that I use. I don't know what brand it is, but I mean, I just couldn't say no. So I use that bag for shotguns. I'll use it for my ARs. I mean, it was just a nice ass bag. And I'm just like, those little extras, they mean a lot to me. So yeah. So I picked this thing up. Like I said, I've got about 400 rounds through it. The first day I took it with the CZ, and I put maybe 250 rounds through it. My son got jealous and wanted to shoot it the next day. I think the following weekend we went back to the range and I let him shoot it. And I have nothing but good things to say about this so far. I will do round updates the more I shoot it. If I learn more about this, do any other upgrades, find any other cool accessories for this guy, I'll do additional videos on it. But this is just this is just a really nice PCC. Again, chambered in 9mm. If you're looking for something that is for home defense, if you're not if you're living in proximity to, you're living in an apartment, you're living, you got family in your house or whatever. In regards to 9mm, we know about, wall penetration and things like that. So if that's something you're concerned about, this wouldn't be a bad route to go. As opposed to a real, AK-47 or AKM that will reshoot it in your house. It's going through a few layers of drywall. It is what it is. So with this being chambered in 9mm, not saying it won't go through a wall, but it's something less to, that you would have to worry about. Now I don't have a lot of things to compare this to. I only have one other PCC, which, like I said, I have a CZ Scorpion. And if I had to put this guy up against a CZ, where would I put it? Now, bare bones, how I receive my CZ Scorpion versus how I receive this, if I had to put them up against each other, I put a lot of money. I put a lot of money into my CZ Scorpion to get it where I want it to be. Again, upgraded handguard, upgraded trigger, new optic. I had to buy a brace for it because it didn't come with a brace. I upgraded the grip because anything about the CZ, that grip, it is angled at a really weird angle. Like it comes out like, I don't know what they were thinking. Not a very comfortable grip. So I had to put some money into it to make it comfortable and make it something that I like shooting. You're seeing a picture, you're seeing the image of this guy right here. This is how it came. The only difference is the optic I threw on there. They both have Romeo 5s. But I mean, I'm talking about for the deal, like deal for deal out the gate. Even the trigger. So this comes with an ALG trigger. This trigger that it came with, compared to what I have on my CZ Scorpion, I believe this trigger is still lighter and smoother to shoot. The break on this thing is just like, it's like a carrot. Like, it snaps. It's just the ALG trigger. Like, I'm, again, fan for life. All my AKs have ALG triggers just because, I don't know, get one and see for yourself. But the break is just like non-existent. It's a great freaking trigger. So out the gate, like I said, the way my CZ came versus this guy, there's no comparison. Like I said, out the box, this thing was ready to shoot, super comfortable, whatever. My CZ, I took it out a few times, before upgrading it and stuff like that. And it took, like I said, I ain't got a lot of money, and it took a couple months to save up and get the accessories and things that I wanted for it and to get it to where I feel comfortable shooting it. And I'm still not done upgrading it. This here, I'm not doing nothing else to this. I mean, if there are any accessories worth putting on here, honestly, if I can get, I start making EOTech money and I could throw an EOTech on here, I will. But outside of that, there's not much else I need to do to this thing. I mean, just out the box, it is fun and great to shoot. And like I said, that CZ, as much as I love it, I mean, it's maybe 70% done. There's still a lot more that I need to do to it, and that is going to come later on down the line. This, I could leave it just like this and be 90% happy with it. Like I said, the optic, Romeo 5, great optic, but yeah. So I'm not gonna talk your head off. If I can find the footage of me taking this guy out to the range or my son shooting it, I will throw it on at the tail end of this. If not, I apologize. But yeah, just hadn't done a video in a super long time. Life happens, but there's more to come. So yeah, the PSA AK-V. If you can afford to find that deal, especially this specific model, ALG trigger with the 10 mags and that range bag, definitely jump on it. All right, take care.